and I call the member for Werriwa.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Prior to the 2022 election, Labor committed to conducting an independent review of the RBA. The matter before us today is yet another example of the Albanese Labor government's fulfilling its election commitments. This bill, Ms Deputy Speaker, addresses those aspects of the RBA review requiring legislation. It should be noted that not all recommendations of the review are covered by the bill before us. Some are being dealt with administratively, both by the RBA and the government, and partially through the statement on the conduct of monetary policy, while other recommendations are progressed by the Council of Financial Regulators. More than ever before, Australia needs a strong monetary policy and framework. And more than ever, Australia needs a strong, high-performance central bank. The government knows these are challenging times, and we know the struggles that Australians are facing. It is timely that this bill is before us today because the legislation is central to ensuring that we have the best and strongest monetary policy possible to meet both the challenges of today and those of tomorrow. Firstly, the legislation before us reinforces the independence of the RBA in the operation of monetary policy. The corollary of this is removing the government's power to override monetary decisions. Interestingly, this override has never actually been used, but formalising it is nonetheless important if we're going to have a genuinely independent operation of monetary policy. Secondly, the bill mandates the RBA's overarching objective to promote the economic prosperity and welfare of the people of Australia now and into the future. This statement of intent is important to ensure the RBA stays on track and to serve the people it is meant to, all Australians. Next, the bill confirms the monetary policy should have dual objectives and price stability and contributing to full employment. The dual mandate is consistent with how the RBA interpreted its mandate for many years. And both of these mandates will ensure inflation and its destructive effects are addressed as well. Fourthly, 2 new boards will be created. One will be focused on monetary policy and the other on the management of the RBA. The Monetary Policy Board will be responsible for the monetary and financial system stability policies. It will be chaired by the Governor. The Governance Board will determine the policy of the RBA, not in the remit of the Monetary Policy Board or the Payment System Board, and will be the accountable authority of the bank. The Payment System Board will continue to set the RBA's payment system policy. This governance model minimises the potential for confusion or conflict by clearly delineating the responsibilities of each board and establishing a mechanism to facilitate consultation in the event of an overlap. Importantly, the Governor is set to be a member of all 3 boards and will therefore be charged with resolving any disagreements between them. Fifthly, this bill clarifies the RBA's responsibility to contribute to the financial system stability. And finally, the bill repeals the RBA's power to direct the lending activity of private or commercial banks, a function that was transferred to the Australian Prudential Regulation Authority back in 1998. The RBA has been in existence since 1960. Since that time as a nation, we've faced any number of challenging economic circumstances, not the least the GFC. The current times present their own unique set of challenges and difficulties. The task for this Parliament, Deputy Speaker, is to ensure that our institutions, not the least our central bank, are up to speed and fit for purpose to meet these challenges. This bill does that. I commend the bill to the House.